Hello, everybody. Friday, finally. It's raining. It's been raining. It's rained quite a bit. There's water standing everywhere. There's water running everywhere, and they're calling for more rain tomorrow, which it was in the forecast. It's not like it's a big surprise. And in all honesty, I'm not complaining too much. You know, this rain, if we would get some wet weather, it would actually be a good thing for where we're at, because these log markets right now, they're terrible. I mean, and the reason why, it's because, you know, we've had a mild winter. The last winter was mild. And guys, these logging operations have been running full tilt, and they've flooded these mills with logs. I mean, there's no shortage of logs and loggers right now. And the great thing about this wet weather, if we get some wet weather to set in, and this is going to be mean, I'm sure this is going to upset some people, but it's going to knock some people out. Like some of these guys that aren't real established, and that's bad. That, you know, nobody wants to get knocked out of their job, but this happens every so often, guys. It's survival of the fittest. You know, if we get some bad weather and the log markets drop on top of that, man, you better make sure all your P's and Q's are in order. You better make sure your equipment's in good standings. You better make sure everything's where it needs to be, because it gets rough. I've been there. I've been through it a few times. You know, then, you know, last summer was tough. It wasn't tough because the log markets were bad. It was tough because there just wasn't a lot of things moving, it didn't seem like. I think last summer was the slowest summer I'd ever had for logging. It was terrible. Now, you know, we weathered the storm. We had a good fall and a good winter. And, you know, this spring's been really good to us. And we're fortunate enough, we've got a lot of timber to cut this summer. I've got a lot of pallet timber to cut, just river bottom type timber. You know, I'm not going to get rich cutting it, but I'll make my payments. I will make my payments, and we'll survive. But there's a lot of guys that are not fortunate enough to have that. And it's just one of those things. I mean, you got to be ready to weather the storm, figuratively speaking. But since it is raining, it makes sense. You know, I hate when we have weeks like this, because I can't make good videos for you guys to watch. I can't make any videos of us knocking wood out, or any equipment videos. Just, man, these old days like this are miserable. You know what? I've spent a lot of time in the coffee shop today. That's what I've done. I've been in there talking with the old men and just taking it easy. You know, just not a lot else going on. I like to go to the coffee shop. You know, you learn things in there. I joke around. I go to the coffee shop and talk with them old men, and I always tell them I don't know why they made me go to high school. I could have learned everything I needed to know in here. Anybody that sits in a coffee shop long, oh boy, the things you hear and the things you learn in there. LoggR Threads introduced their new image today for their new logo, their new print, and oddly enough, that the image was modeled after me, with the beard and everything. Calling it the lumberjack. But it was modeled after me with the beard, as you can tell. And Chuck Stevens, he left an interesting comment yesterday about, you know, he used to grow his beard from September to April. And I used to do the same thing every winter. Me and my buddies would grow our beards out long. I've just decided, I think I'm just going to let it grow for a while. You know, I used to, and everybody's like, well, isn't it hot? Isn't it hot? And, man, I'll tell you what, it didn't keep me warm last winter, so I don't know that it'll keep me that hotter this summer. But I guess we'll find out. I think I'll just let it grow for a while. I've been thinking about getting a little waxing my mustache up a little bit, and maybe trying to pull off a Doc Holliday look. But yeah, I'm always excited about what LoggR Threads is doing. I love their clothing. I love their t-shirts, the fit and the feel, and I'm super excited. There's going to be some V-necks. And I like a V-neck shirt, I really do. Not like a deep cut V to show off my cleavage or anything, but just a little V there, you know. But I do. I like the fit and feel of a V-neck shirt, and they've got some V-necks coming out, and I'm excited to have some of those. I'm a sucker for a good, comfortable fitting shirt. Like, a lot of guys have commented about the shirts I wear. I wear a lot of shirts from Forged Clothing. Today I'm wearing something from Rogue Apparel, the Violet Nomad shirt, and these are kind of like a military shirt, like the Forged Clothing line. It's a clothing line that's, you know, owned and operated by active and retired Navy SEALs. And those guys just fascinate me to no end. I'm not a big reader. I like to read a little bit, but I've got several books, and the books I do read are usually about the SEAL teams and how they conduct themselves. And it's not just about the combat and the fighting. It's about their mental toughness and their training and just the preparation they go through. And man, that's not just with military. That plays a role in everything, you know. And I like to think that, you know, reading some of those books has helped me just with my focus and my goals, because with anything you do in life, there's a mental aspect to it, and you got to be mentally tough to see your mission through, to see your goals through. And I love to support those guys whenever they do, and I know I ain't nothing to them. I'm just some guy that buys their t-shirts, like one of thousands other people. But the Forge clothing line, I really do love their clothing, love their material. Same with Rogue American here, Rogue American Apparel. I mean, if you notice my sunglasses I wear, these glasses are called Gators, and I think they're owned by the former military guys. You can see the American flag on them. But any way I can help out those guys, I'm more than happy to give my money to them. They make a great product, and when it comes to customer service and making sure you get your orders, they're on top of things. So if you guys like that kind of clothing, I would definitely check out Forge Clothing. Some of you guys have commented on like my Chris Kyle shirts, just things like that, or the Operation Red Wings with Marcus Luttrell. I get all that stuff at Forged. It's good stuff. It's high quality stuff. The same with LoggR Threads. LoggR Threads is just starting out, but you watch it, it's going to turn into something, and I'm happy to do what I can with them. But check them out. The new image, the lumberjack, I think it's pretty cool. Like I said, it's modeled after me, and that's pretty awesome too. I like that. It's just a beard and a stocking cap, but it's pretty cool. So check that out. Can't thank you guys enough for the numbers. The numbers on our YouTube channel just been going through the roof here lately, guys. Thanks so much for that. Like I said, I always encourage everybody to comment. I love talking to you guys and chatting with you guys. Like, share, subscribe, comment, follow, all that stuff on all of our outlets, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Be sure to check out LoggR Threads, and be sure to check out my project Timber Tracker. Guys, I'll go ahead and spill some of the beans on Timber Tracker. I've been pretty close-lipped about it, and actually, when I went out and visited Wade back in January, I told Wade seen what was going on. But basically, guys, what you're going to have with the new features on Timber Tracker, and you guys that have a log buyer, come to the field and buy your logs, you go to the yard and they scale your logs, that big, bulky, ugly handheld calculator, computer type thing, all that technology and all that power in that calculator is going to be at the power of your fingertips and your phone or a tablet, with some added features I think are really great. You drop a GPS pin location to mark the pile of logs. That way you can get back to them with a truck, or you can forward that information to a truck driver, your truck drivers. You can email that information from the log cell, the log tally, all of it right there. I mean, it's been a long time in the works, but it's a pretty big deal we've built here, and I couldn't be prouder of it. The guys down in Springfield that helped me get there. I've got some tremendous people working on it, and they're a big inspiration. They helped me along the way. It's just I'm fortunate enough that I met with a great group of guys with the app pros, and a good buddy of mine, Landon at Jump 6 Marketing. He's a big inspiration to me, and I mean, we're there to constantly just kind of, you know, he's got a big project that blows anything I have out of the water. He does a lot of big things, and to get hooked up with guys like that to encourage you, and you can help push each other along, that's awesome. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited to get back to the woods. I know this has been a slow week with the weather, and I don't like these down weeks, man. I want to be in the woods cutting timber. So maybe if we can get some dry weather, which they're not really calling for, chance of rain the next few days. So maybe we can do some cutting next week anyway, and we can do some cutting videos. But as far as actually moving some wood out, it's going to have to dry a day or two before we fire them skidders back up and move wood. But man, guys, thanks so much for following along as always. Be sure to go to the LoggR Threads Facebook page. Check out that new image, the lumberjack. Be sure to order some shirts, the Timber Strong shirts. The new lumberjack shirt should be out before long. Like I said, they'll be in a traditional shirt as well, but they'll also be in a V-neck. Now, like I said, I love their shirts because they got a tight feel in the chest and in the arms. They're still loose in the belly. Because I'm a big boy, I got a big belly, so I like that. But I like a good snug fitting shirt as well. So check that out, guys. Check out everything we got going. I can't thank you guys enough for following along every day, keeping up with us, everything we do. I mean, it's amazing you guys take the time to follow along and comment. It really is. I couldn't be more thankful. So guys, check all that out. I'm gonna get off here, go find something to do to pass the time. See you later. Thank you so much.